Okay, so let's resume the journey. So I think last time we were going to continue the Foundry quest by uh, smithing whatever they wanted to smith. Let's see what that is actually. So forge an item. I'm to forge an item for my first test. Okay, so I guess we need to equip all the items required for the forge, and then oh wait, what is this? Blade of the Immortal. Okay, we'll need to look into that later. Oh no, I think this is the item that Cox Metal forged for us. Blade of the Immortal, unique artifact. Damage 2-3 piercing, enchanted 1, Thaco +1. Proficiency edged, not usable by place. This is a strange blade that the Iron Golem forged using a drop of your blood. It's an ugly looking weapon. Wow, this is the main icon that we see in the map. That we see probably also in the main menu, I think. So it's an ugly looking weapon shaped so it resembles one of the symbols on your left arm. Black veins worm their way across the surface of the metal, and the edge looks so dull that it couldn't even cut warm butter. It pulses slightly as you hold it like a heart. The golem claimed this blade, quote unquote blade, could slay even you, provided it was used in a place that was cut off from the rest of the planes. Interesting. We can't use like using it here won't would be pointless unless we consider sigil as being cut off from the plane, which I guess it isn't, because then the whole game we've been inside sigil, right? So there's nothing unique in trying it anywhere within sigil. So I guess at some point we'll visit a place which is explicitly cut off from the planes, explicitly made aware to us that it's cut off from the planes, and it's probably there that we'll be able to craft to use this weapon. Let's transfer some of the junk items to not junk items, quest items to uh, what's her name, Grace, and we'll retrieve some of the forge items. What are the items required for forging? Okay, we handed it to Ignis last time. So we have the leather apron, iron ore, tongs, and forge hammer. So I guess this should be sufficient. So we now need to go head over to this empty cauldron, and it would have been like it would have stuck out better to me if it was this interact icon instead of the question mark icon. There's like a sync icon, right? Sync icon in the sense there's a an arrow, a circle of arrows, like two arrows, one above and one below, forming a circle. That's the interact icon usually, right? So if that was the icon, then I would probably have noticed it better. But it seems like it's this question mark icon that will trigger the that will help us forge. So let's see. You step up to the forge. The heat is incredible. What do? Use the forge. The fire is throwing off an incredible amount of heat, but thanks to your protection, you are able to withstand it without any damage. Would you like to work the forge? Yes. Ready the tongs, hammer on the anvil, pick up the ore. What would you like to do first? Pick up the ore with the tongs and hold it in the flame of the forge. Place the ore on the anvil and hammer away. I wonder what will happen if... Ready the tongs. You hold the tongs in a firm grip as the sweat pours from you. What would you like to do now? Pick up the hammer on the anvil. I guess hammer is a verb here. Like we're gonna hammer on the anvil and not place the hammer on the anvil. So we'll pick up the ore with the iron tongs and hold it in the flames. Okay. The ore softens rapidly, soon becoming soft enough to work. Your hands grow slick with sweat. Place the softened ore on the forge and work into shape. So I wonder what will happen if we chose a different order. A completely stupid kind of order. If we chose, what happens? It would be interesting to see. Place a softened ore on the forge and work it into shape. How would you like to forge? Something small and dangerous, a stiletto, a two-handed hammer, a battle axe. I remember that somewhere we needed a hammer, but maybe even in multiple places we needed a hammer. But that was just a normal, regular hammer that we can use in like for shaping metal and things. Not a two-handed hammer. This looks like a weapon, right? Maybe it was even that. I think in the art gallery there was a statue that became alive and ran away. I forgot how we made him alive. There's a piece of him that we could break off with the hammer, I think. Anyway, let's build something small and dangerous. Stiletto. A stiletto, a quick, easy weapon, one that'll get you away from this inferno much sooner. Are you sure you want a stiletto? Yes. Now that is a nice piece of work. Your stiletto is not only functional, it's perfectly balanced and deadly looking. Nice work. This thing will serve me well. Keldo will certainly be impressed by this. Time to get out of the flames. Okay. Alright. Let's head towards. Where was the? No, I think this is the door. Yeah. So we are heading towards Keldor, and we can also go and like turn in the Dream Builder quest here with Nihil Sander. You had questions about the forge. I will answer all I can. Who do I talk to again? Show him the iron item he forged. I finished forging my creation. He takes it from you and examines it carefully. This is, without a doubt, one of the better pieces I have seen a recruit forge. He'll go far, my friend. Are you ready for the next test? I certainly hope so. Suppose I am. 8,000 experience. He continues grimly. A murderer has stuck in the foundry. A murderer has struck in the foundry, and I am forsaking the usual test in order for you to track this killer down. Go speak to the supervisor Alisa Teal in the main foundry and proceed from there. When you have completed your investigation and are ready to name a culprit, come back to me. Oh, suddenly became more interesting than I thought. All right, answer a few questions for me first.
My journal.
Yeah, I want to talk about the murder investigation. Well, have you found a culprit for this heinous crime? Do you have evidence? Can you at least tell me what he committed, or whom he murdered? He won't even. Okay, I guess we should talk to Elisa Till. He just wants answers. He's not gonna brief us anymore. Nothing. Thanks. Farewell. Okay. So I think we'll. This suddenly became more interesting to me. So we'll just head to Alisa and try to find the killer. Who could it be? Oh wow, something's happening. The murder occurred right just now. Do you mean that's what's happening? Alright, everyone, you have seen enough. Get back to work. I think that may be the dead body. He's stuck under. Oh my god, look at people all crowding around. Nothing to see here. Move along. Okay, so let us walk towards. Yeah, let's go to Alicetine. You again, what do you want now? My apologies for my impatience, but we are on a schedule here. Another Keldos authority. I'm investigating the murder that occurred here. What can you tell me about it? Nothing right now, back. Okay, I immediately want to talk to someone normal before approaching her. So you're investigating the murderer. I can't say I was too sorry to see that bastard taken down, but then there wasn't anyone who didn't have it info that bubble. Where should you look? I don't know. But you have more you'd like to tell me, don't you? Yeah, well, the Smith looks around furtively. Your best bet might be to start with the supervisor. She looks a little peaked these days. I don't think she did it, but I think she might have an idea who did. Supervisor, where could I find her? You can usually find her by the clerk's office watching us. Else, I guess it's a job, but I can be trusted to do it. Okay. Alright, I think before going any further, let's just use one of that charisma spells. So in case we want to make someone talk, then charisma would be useful. So where is that spell? I don't know if we have it. We have it equipped. Do we even have a charisma spell? Luck. Infernal Orb. Elysium Steers. I know that we have an item somewhere. Fire and Ice. Okay. Cloud Kill. Alright, maybe it's an item. I have such terrible memory. Maybe it's a very expensive item. God damn it. Uh, do, 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 do. Scroll of fronts. uh, when cast, the caster temporarily gains 2 to 8 points of charisma, which could be helpful in making new fronts or opening new paths. So let's see if Nameless One has a spell. Fronts. Okay, we have fronts. Oh, we have equipped fronts. Nice. Okay, so let's just cast it and let's see how much. What is the duration? Duration 5 to 20 seconds plus 5 seconds per level. That's quite low. So I don't think it's worth using it unless we definitively know that we need charisma. I thought it was more like maybe 30 minutes or something, 30 minutes of real time. But seems it's not the case. So we'll skip it for now. I think every other Godsman. Let's talk to Godsman guard. I understand we're supposed to help you in any way we can regarding this murder, but I have to warn you that my help isn't going to be that valuable. Why not? Weren't you here, like right beside? And can't I investigate the body, like look at it at least? Why not? Weren't you here? No, sir. We had left the room for the night. Under whose orders? The only people who have that authority are Thildon and Bedailin. I suppose the factors or someone attached to them could have given the order, but they aren't really likely to have done it. I don't know who the order came from, but I don't know why anyone would want to give it. That's less helpful, but it's a start. And it's not unusual that you would have received this order. Yeah, is it an unusual thing when someone asks you to leave this room at night? Yes, sir, it is unusual. Ordinarily, they keep us here day and night to make sure the project is kept safe. Who has the authority to dismiss you like that? What can you tell me about the project? What can you tell me about the project? I'm afraid that's a secret, sir, even from our valued faction members. Unless you are involved in the project itself, or unless you receive authorization from one of the high-ups, we can't allow you in. I'm looking for the murder of the smith. Did you see anything that like this is an interesting option? How about I beat it out of you? I guess he'll deny that and then everyone will come attack us. I don't think he's going to give that up unless we are like so charismatic that he'll just fall for that. I don't know. I'm looking for the murder of the smith. Did you see anything that night? No, sir. We had left the room for the night. Under whose orders? Okay. That's illuminating. Good day. Why is it illuminating? Suppose the factors or someone attached to them could have given the order, but they aren't really likely to have done it. Yeah, this is a sarcastic response, but I don't know why illuminating is highlighted. I'm missing some fun here, maybe. I don't know. That's less than helpful, but it's a start. Yeah, okay. Who has the authority to dismiss you like that? I guess it's the same answer as previously. The only people who have that authority are Thildon and Bedailin. Okay. Okay, so we have talked to a guard, a Godsman, and now let's talk to a Foundry worker. I heard that they found a smith's awl near the body, but then I guess you could find one of those just about anywhere here. My money's on Thildon as a culprit. Never was a meaner man in Foundry. Thanks for your help, but I need some questions answered. Ask away. Who's your boss? Why you work for him? Are you kidding? One of the most rotten bastards it's ever been my misfortune to run across, and I grew up in the hive amidst some real winners. Hope he gets killed soon, painfully and horribly, but then most of us yard workers do. He didn't say who the boss was. He just said that. What? Who are you? Who's your boss? What are you doing? Making my daily wage, working to improve myself, keeping this place clean, making sure the materials get to the smiths when they need it, making sure the finished product gets wherever it's supposed to go. In short, my job. Okay, so he's like an apprentice to the smiths. And all the smiths, I guess Godsmen are the proper smiths, and Foundry workers are kind of like attendants and like apprentices who will like bring stuff over. Okay, so your job is basically clean up and grunt work. If you want to look at it like that, since I'm learning this Godsman's creed, I guess. I figure it's a test of stubborns. I look at my whole life as a test of stubborns. Does that really help? Surprisingly, yes. Gives me hope that I'm going to end up better, either in this life or the next. I may be ignoring the obvious, but let me tell you that once you have eaten gutterswill like me, you get to appreciate the small kindnesses life throws your way. It ain't all promises for the lower class. Worker turns away. I gotta get back to work. Okay, real answers from the worker. Oh, here is Tildon. He's standing on top of the cart. Is he? No, he's behind the cart. I want to go to Tildon last. Let's talk to Alyssa. Do you think every Godsman has the same response? Where's your supervisor? You can usually find her down by the clerk's office watching us. Else, I guess it's a job, but I can't be trusted to do it. So I guess the supervisor is Alyssa, the one who supervises Godsman. But the Foundry workers' boss is maybe Tildon? Maybe? Okay. Where is Alyssa? Okay, there she is. You again, what do you want? My apologies for my impatience, but we are on a schedule here. Under Keldor's authority, I'm investigating. Oh, wait, let me quick save again. Quick save. Alright. Under Keldor's authority, I'm investigating the murder that occurred here. What can you tell me about it? You want to know what I saw the night of the murder? Well, I was working late when I heard the sound of a scuffle. When I came out, I saw a shadowy figure slip out of the door into the meeting hall, and I raised alarm. Do you have any other details? That's it. How do I know you didn't do it? Okay. Do you have any other details? I only know 3 people who had access to the building that night. They were Tildon, Saros, and Bedailin. The 3 of them have dramatically different builds, but in the haze of Foundry, I couldn't see clearly. Haze of Foundry, I couldn't see clearly. Okay. I don't know if we have met Bedailin. I think we have talked to Tildon. I forget the general disposition of these people since we came here long ago. So I don't even remember what kind of a person Tildon was. I think I know who Saros is, but I don't remember his sister's name. I think Saros is Saros and someone else. I forgot sister's name. And they also had a father. I forgot his name. He's supposed to be a factotum of the Foundry, but he was not present here last time we visited. So now I'm wondering if that person is Salabesh. It starts with S, but I don't think it's Salabesh. I should have recognized his name if I had heard it before, but maybe I didn't. So Saros has a sister. I forgot her name. She's outside. She's kind of an oracle kind of person, I think. Or she can see into people. I don't know. There's something about her. And Saros wants to be a sensate, I think. And he's wandering in the lecture hall. He had to return back to him. And I don't know if I've met Bedailin at all. 3 of them have dramatically different builds, but in the haze of Foundry, I couldn't see clearly. How do I know you didn't do it? So there are only 3 suspects. It seems to Pat. I don't know what Pat means in this point. Let's see what Pat means. I thought Pat just meant that we pat someone, right? Pat. Pat, having only superficial plausibility, exactly suited to the occasion. So it might mean having only superficial plausibility. Everything else just seems like the generic definition of Pat. So Pat also might mean, that seems like a superficial thing. Okay, alright, where can I find Tildon? Where can I find Saros? How convenient. Where can I find Bedailin? Fine, add other questions. Okay, let's get this first question over with. How do I know you didn't do it? I have an alibi. Not to mention that Keldor already ascertained the truth from me. I have nothing to hide. Apparently Tildon, Saros, and Bedailin do though, because they wouldn't go under Keldor's spell. Oh, Keldor can cast a spell to maybe like kind of a, what's the word for it? Oh, I forgot the word. Something that starts with P, I think. Where you just say the truth all the time. Yeah, so he probably has a spell that makes people say the truth, but these three people did not submit to that spell, maybe for privacy reasons. Yeah, but we can't like just accuse someone just because they didn't submit to that spell, because it's if it is such an effective spell, then probably they won't willingly submit unless every other option is turned out, right? All right, I have other questions. Where can I find? Okay, where can I find Sildon? He's usually in between the main foundry here and the experimental chamber in the back. You shouldn't have trouble finding him. We know he's like somewhere here. I guess maybe even this person. This person here. Where can I find Saros? He usually remains in the main meeting hall. You shouldn't be able to miss him. Where can I find Bed Island? Okay, this will be interesting. She can be found in any of the foundry area. She's one of our chief engineers, so she has the run of the place. You'll know her when you see her. So we might have we might have talked to her earlier. We might have just forgotten talking to her. Guarded room. Need to use the forge. Looking for my way out. Or like a 2. Who are you? Wait, there were other options about the murder. Where can I get those? Looking for the way out. I need to use the forge. I'd love to help you, but the only the real higher ups can authorize that. You have to speak to Keldor about that. Okay. So I think questions with her are over. She has an alibi, so she's kind of not a suspect at the point at this moment. So we can back out of that dialogue and let's go find Tildon. Okay. Shame about the poor smith Avildon. Really it were. Still, he weren't want to keep himself to the grindstone. He weren't dedicated. Just the way the planes turn. Mark my words. Every basher gets his due. Well, what can old Tildon do for you? I'd like to ask some questions. You want answers? Like what? Who are you? Tell me about Godsman. What were you doing the night of the murder? Okay. Do you have an alibi? What was I doing? Why? I was sitting in my room with a nice loaf of bread and a jug of wine, staying in. Didn't go out that night. Didn't see no need. Do you know anyone else who can swear otherwise? No, I never saw the need to make sure of it. One place you might ask if you're really looking for leads is Saros. That little thieving knight goes everywhere. What with his father being such a high up here. He was always into new experiences. The boy's practically a sensate, if you ask me. Probably wanted to kill someone and see if he could get away with it. Saros, I'll remember that. In the meantime, I had some more questions. Okay, so we basically only have one option to ask. What they were doing that night. Then we'll have to lead that take that lead somewhere else, because there's nothing else to be gleaned from them, right? Unless I can definitively provide an alibi or say that someone else can swear that they were elsewhere. Okay, let's go in here. It's locked. It's also locked. So where is Bedai? Do you know something about the murder? You mentioned having seen me, smiling face. I went to pick up an item. You have a receipt? Lie? No, forget it. So long. Okay. We know that we have to go out. Okay. Let's just. Who are you? Okay. Let's just look at the journal real quick to. Because I know one of the diary entries talks about a specific number. I guess, okay, it's not why Mort had stayed with me all this time. It's because he felt guilty for having killed me once. Confronting me on his guilty feelings seemed to take some burden off him. And he seems to become stronger as a result. Okay, so you can see this entry here, right? I at last managed to unlock the last of the Dodecahedron's puzzle boxes. It turns out it's a journal penned by one of my lesser than sane earlier incarnations. Okay, so none of the entries are reiterated here. There isn't a journal entry that Nameless One has made about any of the entries of this less than sane person. So for checking anything there, we'll have to go into the inventory and open our journal. Okay, character is too far away. Can everyone what do we say to this action? And everyone's just gathering together. I forgot. There's a single word to say what that is, right? We're doing a little debrief. Okay. Hand it over to him. Open it. Use. Unfold. Uh, hmm. No, we're checking for something that had a reference number, and I had a thought that last time that we can go back to the bank, the deposit vault in the lower ward to kind of retrieve, try to see if that number insights a response there, because maybe it's an item deposited there. Paranoid ranting, but I forgot what that entry was. Danger of names. Killing in the festival. It looks like... Did I imagine that? Because I remember having seen a number, a reference number somewhere here. Like 55 hyphen something. I don't know. Let me quickly make sure that I'm not imagining it. Paranoid ranting. Yeah, it seems like I've exhausted all the options and... Put the channel away. I don't know what I'm imagining. Yeah, it's kind of unfortunate. So I thought there was something like that. Maybe I can search for 5, 7, 7. Two, 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 two. Two, two, two. Maybe a hyphen. There'll be too many entries with hyphens. Two, 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 two. Yeah, I think it's lost to us. Anyway, we'll just visit that bank at some point, just to make sure that we don't have an option there. But for now, let's continue our investigation. So we don't know where Bedai Lin is. We'll go talk to Saros then. Let's talk to Sarosa. Okay, Sarosa was her name. Answers. Tell me of your family. My brother Saros is a child of the Foundry, yet I fear he has never embraced the philosophy of the believers of the source. My father is a factor here, and his travelers have led him far from the... His travels have led him far from the Foundry into the realms most mortal men ever dream of achieving. Tell me more of your brother. Your father, do you have a name for your father? Saros is a brash, impulsive lad, easily given over to his manhood. He is eager to prove himself equal of anything of the plains, full of aggression of youth. I believe he feels himself more sensate than Godsman, further vindicating my belief that sensates are the most immature of all the factions of Sigil. Why are they most immature? Why are they the most immature? Because, like children, they do not understand that there is more beyond the world of senses, beyond what one can see, hear, taste, touch, smell. Look around you. You are in the outer planes. This is belief made solid, but that does not mean this is seemingly rough matter. This seeming Only rough matter can be comprehended by senses. This is belief. No mere physicality can match it. Okay. Hmm. Everyone seems to have a special talent. Tell me of yours. I know, I know not how I came by it. It seems something has always been a. It seems something that has always been a part of me. I can only surmise that my past lives and my beliefs in this one have given me a special insight into mortal nature. I am gifted with the ability to see a piece of the potential within every being by reading the true name graven on the mortal's very being, and by slightly mispronouncing that word. I am able to change the nature of that potential, thus change the nature of the bearer. Can you teach me a skill? Can you change me? Interesting. Okay. Can you change me? I can change you, but I cannot teach you. Is it like it is like teaching color to a blind man or sound to a deaf man? And I will change you if the price be right. Uh, hmm. What is the price? Tell me. Do you subscribe to the philosophy of Godsman? I don't know enough to tell you. Learn more of us. Join the faction fully. If you haven't already, go speak to the color of Turian. He is a factor in charge of recruiting. You can find him in the Great Hall here. Farewell. Farewell. Okay, wait. I need to know your father's name. Can you just tell me your father's name? Tell me if your family. Uh, who are you? I'm Sarosa, daughter of Sandos. See, his name is Sandos. We haven't met this person yet. One of the factors of Godsman. Okay, it's just factors. I don't know where I heard the name factotum. I think it was maybe in the silent halls. I know there's somewhere we heard the name factotum. Maybe it is in Sensei, in Civic Crystal. No, I don't think so. Can you answer some questions for me? Why do you call me half man? I call you half man because I cannot see your spirit. All of the mortals who pass through my life show their spirit to me as a shining spark or a smoldering ember. You show nothing at all. I call you half man because I cannot see your spirit as I see of others. See those of others. Whether this is because you have no soul or because you have transcended, I cannot say. One way or another, you are but a half man. What the other half is, I cannot say. Okay. It's probably because we are missing our soul. Uh, okay. Okay. Come back to you later. Let's talk to Saros. He should be. There he is. The poor Smith. I can't believe what happened to him. It's pretty awful to be wedged into gears like that. I had some questions for you. Wow, this is a very descriptive. Wait, let me just quickly go make sure that we could not interact with that body, because I just wish there could be some description of what happened there. If we just inspected the body. Oh no, it's gone. What the hell? Ah, that's awful. We have a quick save right outside Saros, right? So let's load game and let's go to quick save here. Wait, load game. Where is the body though? Come on, people. Does this work? No, none of this works. What the hell? Channel entry. Wait, did load game? Load. Yeah, this should be. This should have the body, right? It's 30-minute difference. This is the one where we are investigating Sarosh. So let's load this, and if it doesn't work with this one, then the body is probably lost. Okay, I think the body is gone. We probably lost the chance to interact with it if there was one. So let's head back to Sarosh. Alright, Sarosh. It's pretty awful to be wedged into gears like that. I had some questions for you. Do you have any idea what might have happened or have some leads? Who told you? The supervisors? She's right. I come in here. Oh, do you have any idea what might have happened or have some leads? We're not accusing you though. Why are you jumping to the conclusion? We just passively asking you a question, right? Who told you? The supervisor? She's right. I come in here at night sometimes when there's no one around. He looks around conspiratorially for a moment and lowers his head towards you. I saw Tildon creeping out of here. The main reason I know it was him is because he dropped something. He hands you an owl with the name Tildon etched into the wooden handle. Thanks, I'll be back to talk to you again. Suppose we just supposed to take it back to Tildon and ask questions, I guess. What have you found? Are you going to let me go free? Do Foundry Smiths in here have any idea of the murder that happened? No. They're still learning. Let's talk to Nihil. Nihil. Hill. Nil. Is he Nil? Maybe his name is Nil. Yeah, I think he should be Nil, not Nihil. If there's an I in between, we could call him Nihil. That's what I used to call him. Nil Sander. The machine requires a birdcage around with racers, fine road to mimic the destructive power of dreams, and the ability to capture our hearts and imaginations. Surgeon seized our for a cage I've commissioned. Answer some questions for me. Tell me what you know about the murder of the Smith. What I know is nothing. I've been here working on my construct and concentrating on my work. I haven't paid attention to what the workers do. They do their job, I do mine. Okay. Come back for you later. I'm concerned about not finding Bed Island. Ah, there she is. This is one of the... Wait, all of these rooms are open now? No, we did visit these rooms, I think. All of them were relatively empty. There was nothing going on. So, I think we left it be. Go in.
All right.
Everyone, stay in a corner, please. There's probably nothing here.
All right.
Okay, let's talk to Bed Island.
I'm gone.
What do you want? Tell me about Great Foundry. Tell me about the project you're working on. Tell you about the project we have sown our lives to complete and defend. No, I don't think so. Not yet, anyway. Let's just say it's powerful and it'll be worth the effort we have put into it. Fine, answer some questions for me then. Who are you? My name is Bidylin. I'm a magical engineer, not a mage, mind you, but a theoretician. And I'm going to make sure the Godsman don't get a chance to use a weapon or construct or contract for other such weapons of war again. Okay, she's not very happy about the work they're doing at the moment. Tell me of some of the people here. The other people here, well, you've got a brilliant but eccentric Nil Sander, the Gitsarai outcast woman Kellera. I might have talked to her earlier, but again, forgetting where we found her. Tildon the Grey, whose heart is much less ambiguous than his name. Keldor the Factor, Sandos the Factor, the two children of Sandos, supervisors, smiths, and a host of others. They all passed me by at one point or another, and frankly, I haven't made that much of an effort to get to know them. They work for me or they don't, and that's about as much as I care, I'm afraid. I'm rather devoted to my work. All right. Tell me about the Great Foundry. She stifles a yawn. You can ask almost anyone else here about the Foundry and you'll get the same answer. What makes you think I'll give one that's any different? Ask another question. Wow, okay. Tell me what you know about the murder. Let's see. I asked the guards to head out for the night because I was working on some delicate engineering on the project in the next room. Oh, she's the one who asked the guards to leave. And I didn't need their psychic emanations fouling up some very crucial work. Okay, so maybe the nature of the work? No. I guess she's a mage theoretician, so she's probably always dealing with stuff like this. So it wasn't maybe directly related to the work itself. And I didn't need the psychic emanations fouling up some very crucial work. It was with some dismay that I found the body when I emerged from my room. Being as I have no other alibi, I realize I'm a suspect. And I suspect you already found that I wouldn't consent to going under the spell to answer. The reason for that is it would be violating the oath of secrecy I swore to protect the project. What are you talking to Keldor though? Wouldn't you already know everything about the project? I see. I think I'll check on that with Keldor. You do that. He'll verify what I've told you. He's administered the oath to me, so he knows its power. Okay. Keldor, can you at least assist me in the investigation that you appointed me to do? Oh, wait. Open the door. Well, have you found a culprit for this heinous crime? Do you have evidence? Not enough. I would like to ask you a few more questions first. Yes, Tildon is guilty. Saros gave me an owl he found near that body. It is Tildon's owl. What do you want to know? Okay, so you saying that Saros took the owl that is found near the body and he just kept it with himself? Didn't he just turn it over to like Keldor or someone more with more authority would be investigating this? I want to talk about the murder investigation. Okay, can I at least ask about uh, Bed Island's like what she said? Like she said that she said that you can confirm the validity of the oath or something, and I rushed here to ask that, and there is no option. So that's was there an option in his first sentence? I'd like to see the secret project if I could. Murder investigation. No. Okay, so now let's take the owl to Tildon.
I'm gone. Done.
Good as done.
And your will be done.
There he is.
All right.
Shame about that poor Smith. Have done really well. Saros, you remember Saros? You remember Saros, don't you? Gave me an owl found near the body. Only this owl has a name. Your name mentioned in the handle. How do you explain that?
Updated my journal.
He looks momentarily flustered and then Saros is a thief. What's that? He stole it from me. Fact, I've been missing my owl for some time now. Never mentioned it to anyone because I figured I'd just lost it. Now I know that Saros stole it from me. So stole it to frame me. Better go get him before he gives you the laugh. Seeing your expression, he says. Before he escapes. That sounds a little too pat. I'll ask about him as soon as I get some more answers from you. Okay. It's just going back and forth at the moment.
I'm gone.
Wow, where is Saros?
Huh?
Oh,
Okay.
there he is.
All right.
Talon says that you planted the war at the murder scene and that you are trying to frame him for the murder because you two disagreed. Of course, he'd say that just because he's guilty and he wants to make you look someplace else. I saw him kill that man. Sure, we disagreed, but that doesn't mean I want him dead. Just because he's a total. I saw him kill that man. What the hell? Sure, we disagreed, but that doesn't mean I want him dead. Just because he's a total berg doesn't mean he should be arrested. Just because he's a total berg doesn't mean he should be arrested. He should be arrested for killing Avildon. Tell him he needs proof. What is even happening here? Okay, of course you'd say that just because he's guilty and he wants to make you look someplace else. I saw him kill that man. Just because he's guilty and he wants to make you look someplace else. I saw him kill that man. This is like so awkward to just say I saw him kill that man. Because earlier he said that he saw him sneaking out and he was sure that it was Tildon because he found his owl. But now he's saying that he saw him kill that man. Sure, we disagreed, but that doesn't mean I want him dead. Just because he's a total berg doesn't mean he should be arrested. He should be arrested for killing Avildon. Tell him he needs proof.
Updated my journal.
I'm scared. I'm afraid you're going to choose me as a killer, and I ain't. We'll see about that. Answer another question for me. Great Foundry. I grew up here. I play in the main Foundry area and ran to the barracks. It stinks and it's loud and people can be like Tildon, but it's still home for me. Tell me about the people here. They are smiths and workers. I mean, I think they mean well, but they are also earnest and boring. They need to liven themselves up a bit. Like say the sensates. Okay. They know how to live life, they know what it's all about. Not like these people. They keep pretending there's some big noble purpose to it all, but I don't know. I don't see it. My sister says that life is more than our senses show. but I don't see how she knows that, since all she knows is through her senses. I just don't get why people make this stuff up. Sarosa, she can just look at someone and see what needs adding and what needs taking away. I don't know how she does it. My father always said it was something about her ascending to another level. He said she was a born Godsman. Oh my god. They are asking us to investigate based on all of this circumstantial evidence. Greetings, wounded man. What do you need of me? Answers. Tell me of your family, of your brother. Okay. She won't say anything else about her brother. We can go back and talk to Tildon again once more. Saying that what's his name is asking for proof. Tildon. What did little Licksmith tell you now? I'm sure it was all lies. He tells me that it's not a frame. In fact, he says that he personally witnessed you killing the poor soul. He what? I tell you that boy's a thief and a murderer, and you don't believe me? What if I told you that the lad's an anarchist too, a member of the Revolutionary League? If that were true, I would see to it that he was brought to justice. If that were true, I would see to it that he was brought to justice. Frankly, I don't really care. I think I've heard enough to convince me that you are the culprit. Why should I believe that? A pierced look creeps in onto his face. Cause I say it so. Cause I'm about to say something that'll make a criminal of me, but I'll say it just see justice done. He pauses. I know he's an anarchist because he tried to recruit me. Him and that engineer Bedylin. I told him I'd do it so I could trap him, but then I realized I didn't have the stomach to harm poor Saros. I turned them down, and now they're trying to cover their tracks. That's why they want me gone. They're killers, not me. Says you. I'll check out, answer some other questions for me first. Okay, this means, is being an anarchist such a huge thing? Like a really bad thing? Is that why immediately we can kind of convict him for agreeing to that? I don't know. Let's talk to Bedylin. She's again getting involved. Great Foundry. Tildon says you're an anarchist and that you're trying to pin the crime on him. Anger strikes sparks in her eyes, but a look of scorn replies it so quickly that you're not even sure you read it right. An anarchist writes, here's my other look. Like, pull that one too. Did you have some real questions, or I can get back to my work? What is that flash of anger? She smiles slightly. You don't miss much, do you? Allow me to put it this way. How would you feel if you were falsely accused? My anger stems from that and nothing more. She seems honest about this. Emphasis on seems. I don't buy that. You'll have to, because you're getting no other answer from me. She turns stiffly away from me. Farewell. We need some other angle to approach this if you want to pursue it further. So let's head back and talk to Saros again, because he's probably the easiest to break out of all of these people. I'm so anxious. He's just walking around. What have you found? Are you going to let me go free? Tildon tells me that you and Badalin are anarchists and you're trying to frame him because he turned down an offer to join you. Sarah Space. She had nothing to do with this. I did it on my own. But the truth is, Tildon showed Avildon into the gears. I put the all there to make sure everyone would know he was there. Because I'm just a kid and no one would believe what I'm saying. Alright? I admit that I planted the all, but I only did it to make sure he got punished for his crime. Why? Why should I not think that you're doing this to get back at him for some other crime? Some other crime, or just rejecting his offer, or like anything else? I don't know. Okay. Because I don't know why you think that, but I promise, go talk to him and tell him what I said, and then you can decide for yourself. Okay. Maybe Tildon really is the one who did this. He's just a scared kid at this point. But Tildon still has potential to be a grim person beneath all his demeanor. What little Licksmith will tell you now? I'm sure it were all lies. He says that you planted the owl on the body, but only because he wanted to make sure you would be implicated in the death. He says you're a murderer and he wanted to make sure you got caught. Yes, the supervisor's face drains of color. He admitted he's an anarchist. Yes, he seems to believe you are dangerous to everyone around you, whether they be anarchist or Godsman, and that someone needs to stop you. He is willing to admit to his own crimes in order to ensure that you meet with justice. His beefy face grows red with apoplexy. Apoplexy is what? Some sort of physical reaction. Let's see what apoplexy is. Apoplexy. A sudden loss of consciousness resulting from when a rupture occurs. Rupture of occlusion of a blood vessel leads to oxygen lacking brain. Wow. Okay. He's ruptured a vein somewhere. You're accusing me? I ain't the murderer. I'm just trying to expose anarchists, but damn you can't do this to me. You can't trust anyone who says they saw me do it, so you can't say I did it. Would you say the same thing under oath and under spell? I'm betting Saros would. Saros makes a better witness. He's more convincing and he's not as hated around here as you. I'm betting that, oh, this is the supervisor whom everyone hates. Okay. Saros makes a better witness. He's more convincing and he's not as hated around here as you. I'm betting that his story is the correct one. And that's what I'm going to tell Keldor. I'm trading you both in. How's that? Farewell, Tildon. We will not meet again. Actually, I can say that if I like. So, an interesting choice here would be if Saros actually did the murder, right? And we have the option to turn in Tildon just so that it makes the whole place better, because he's such a horror to work with, right? Everyone hates him. So it'd be interesting if we could like discern that Saros killed him, but it was maybe some sort of an accident. And we could cover for Saros and like turn Tildon in, but it just may be that Tildon just killed him, in a fit of anger or something. It's difficult to discern at this point. Saros makes a better witness. Okay, let's say, why would you say the same thing under oath and under spell? I'm betting Saros would. So maybe this will like, completely break Tildon. Let's see. Bugger. Can I at least take my stuff and give this place a laugh? Or Tildon will make sure he won't regret it. Okay, so he's finally admitting he is the one. Sure, get going. Only if you can beat it out of here before I make it to Keldor. I don't make much of your chances. No, remain here or suffer even worse consequences. You can rest assured that I can make certain of that. Good day, Tildon. I kind of want to pick the first option, but because the second two are like more, organized and like the right way to do it. I don't know. I would just let him go and leave his life elsewhere, but he'll probably make people miserable there too. Well, if you can beat it out of here. Well, if you can beat it out of here before I make it to Keldor. I don't make much of your chances. Let's say the third option. Okay, so I guess we got the answer for now. Does the journal say anything? Saros admitted that he planned all the scene of the murder and he's open about it. He claims that he did to make sure the people would investigate Tildon's involvement. So, okay, so it doesn't add an entry saying that Tildon confessed or anything like that. I guess we'll have to make that decision when talking to Keldor. Come on. Okay, I guess that's it. So I guess we'll accuse Tildon now. Not enough. I'd like to ask a few more questions. Tildon committed the crime, but Saros tried to frame him for it. It's an anarchist plot, and Saros is in the middle of it. Arrest them both. Tildon did it. He had personal problems with Avildon, and he was trying to frame Saros for the crime. Execute him. Saros is an anarchist trying to break down the Foundry. He tried to frame Tildon for the crime. We can't accuse Bedailin. We can only accuse. So we can either get. I wanted to. Tildon did it. He had personal problems with Avildon, and he was trying to frame Saros for the crime. Execute him. Saros is an anarchist trying to break down the Foundry. He tried to frame Tildon for the crime. I guess this is leaning towards like helping Saros. This is helping Tildon, and this is just giving it straight. This is difficult. I want Saros to maybe go and join the Sensates and get out of this place if he wants to. He's still very immature, but he's still kind of sticking around here, trying to maybe, I don't know. He's a teenager, I would say. So I don't want to. Yeah, no, it's difficult. But the thing is the third option, right? It doesn't, it doesn't correct him. He'll just keep being kind of a, not a douchebag, kind of a weak person if we do this, because he'll get away with his anarchist involvement and would not grow at all, right? Hmm. I guess the best we can do is that Keldor will make a good judgment call on Saros and would like discount his punishment a bit, whatever it is, and hopefully that punishment would also help Saros gain a bit more, you know, worldliness. Maybe the punishment would do that. So let's pick the second option. What? Both of them? That is a sad day for Godsman. A sad day indeed. Allow me a moment to summon the gods. Wait, Saros is in the middle of it? That's such a horrible way to put it though. He's not in the middle of it. What the hell?
Updated my journal.
He seems saddened by the ordeal. It is done. My thanks for resolving the investigation. You have but one task remaining to you. Sandos, father of Sarosa and Saros, one of our more vital members, has returned from a harrowing journey. He has locked himself in his tower room and is threatening to kill himself. Speak to him. Stop him. He has been in that room for like so many days now. I'm on it. Just answer a few more questions for me. And I'm just very unsatisfied with how I resolved it or it got resolved. I don't know. It's very difficult to pick an answer for that. Like, maybe we should have just, because it says Saros in the middle of it, which I don't really like. He doesn't have the capability to be in the middle of it. Okay. All right, we just get on with it. That's how it goes sometimes, right? I'm on it. Just answer a few more questions for me.
Updated my journal.
10,000 XP. I want to talk about Santos. Have you succeeded in convincing him that life is worthwhile? Not that he's still alive, at least. Answer some more questions for me, would you? Okay.
In knowing the teachings of Zerthamon, I have become stronger.
Nice.
My blade has changed.
-1. His blade has changed. Dakon's weapon has changed. Okay, let's see what Dakon's weapon looks like. Dakon's Earth armor. Okay, where's your weapon? Dakon's chained blade. Chained blade. I forgot what his original blade was. +2 to armor class. Memorize 2 additional level was first level mage spells. 1 additional second level mage spell. Taco 2. Edged. On the Gitsara home plane of Limbo, soul matter is something. Okay. I guess he just upgraded and has this chained blade description now. Let's head upstairs. And we have to convince an old man to not suicide. So let's see. Hey, come on, open the door, please. Do I have to talk to someone for this? Greetings, sir. Did Keldor send you? Sandos came up here and have been raving and muttering behind the door all day. I hope you can do something for him. Okay, so what we should assume or like kind of interpret is that Sandos just arrived. Okay, he hasn't been here in this room all this time. It's after the murder investigation has concluded that Sandos arrived, and now he's in the room. Okay, so he wasn't here all this while when we visited Foundry last time. We'll see about that. Call through the door. Sandos, I need to talk to you. A muffled voice comes out from behind the door. Go away. All right, I'm leaving. I had to save first. I haven't saved in a while. Okay, so let's talk again. Sandos' voice is muffled by the thick door. What do you want? The voice sounds desperate and lonely. I'm here to talk to you, Sandos. I'm here to tell you that you might as well end it all. Okay, nice. They said I should have come to I should come talk to you. I guess they don't want you dead. That's such a disinterested answer or a question. It's a response. So it's so indifferent. I'm here to talk to you, Sandos. You want to talk? Is that what you want? How about you listen? The voice pauses, then gathers steam. What's the point of it? That's what I want to know. Why do we do this? Why do we do the things we do? What's the thing that keeps us driving? Wait for him to continue. I think I would say it's life that keeps us driving. I don't know what. Wait for him to continue. Pride and ego. We keep telling ourselves that we can be something, that we mean something, that there's a reason we are here. But in the end, it's all just blackness. I've seen that final blackness. There's no reason to deny it. Yet we keep pushing on out of foolish pride. There's no reason to it. Did you ever consider that you became a Godsman for a reason? Now that you mention it, you are right. Okay, let's go to the first option. What do you mean? You found a reason once. You believe that all we face is a test. You believe that we're here to push past the final blackness to overcome it. Don't tell me you have gotten weak now. He bars out a sharp laugh. They told you well at least. Let me think about this. I hope you got some time. All the time in the world, Sandos. Think it over. Nice. When it speaks again, the voice sounds a little more balanced. Go down and tell Keldor you've talked some sense into me. I want to see him eventually, but you've done your job. Go on now. Thanks, farewell.
Right?
Oh, you can see him. He's a bulky man. Oh my god. I expected a very old, frail man, but he looks like he can just kill someone downright with this huge mace. Is that a mace? I think that's a mace. Or a hammer. Hey, Sandos. I owe you my life, stranger. I won't forget it. But right now, I have some thinking to do. I hope you will forgive me for not talking. Sure, farewell. You have two kids downstairs, by the way. A piece of like.
Done. Done.
Have you succeeded in convincing that life is worthwhile? I have at least like delayed whatever process was going on in his brain. Don't take anything else, okay? I have succeeded. He has regained his zest or do you really think zest is returned? Maybe he's just contemplating how quick to end it. You succeeded. Glorious news. Congratulations, my friend. You've proven yourself worthy of joining a Godsman. Would you like to take the oath now or perhaps wait until later? Now, do it now. 8,000. The oath. Life's tribulations are tests. There is nothing I encounter that is not a lesson. Pain is a multiverse's way of reinforcing a lesson. When I hate most in others, what I hate most in others is a reflection of what I hate most in myself. Okay. Wow, that's a good sentence. What I hate most in others is a reflection of what I hate most in myself. Nice. I'll act to activate my potential and to aid others in achieving their goals. I'll remember that divinity's spark is present in everything. I swear fealty to the believers of the source and their goals, never to forsake them. You swear the oath and Keldo smiles. Welcome to the Godsman, lad. Do you need anything from me now? Add some
My
questions.
journal.
Purchase some items, place to us. Great. So if we become a we never joined sensates, right? We only convinced them that we were a sensate earlier, right? We talked to Splinter and he was convinced after our experience that we have enough to at least be a nominal sensate. Can we say it like that? So we never joined a faction till now, and I think this is the first time we joined a faction. I think we check the statistics screen, you can see a group of individuals who hold similar beliefs. Okay. Believers of source, Godsman. Motto, all life springs from same divine source, ascending and descending in form as the cosmos tests it. Okay, good. So we're a Godsman now, and wow, what was I ranting about? Yeah, we got all three options now. We can purchase some items, get some healing, and a place to rest. All three of this we could do in the Sensate also. In the not a Sensate, the Festival also. So once you join a faction, you kind of get these benefits, I guess. So let's quick save and look at the items and healing and stuff. Magic missiles, scroll of strength. Warrior, wizard, rogue. Scroll of improved strength, lightning, ascension. Proficiency access only by fighters, only by Godsmen. Ascension. Ascension is one of the finest weapons created at the Great Foundry, home of the believers of Source. It's one of the weapons called the Triad of Tests, including the Hammer Reason and the Dagger, Enlightenment. The symbol of the faction is engraved on the axe head, and edges of the blades are so sharp they could split a hair lengthwise. You're the first to bear this weapon. Reason and Enlightenment. Okay, Reason. 512 crushing, 310 slashing. So it's faster, I guess. Speed 4, speed 6. Plus 2. Crushing, armor class, slashing. Nice. Hammers, fighters, Godsman. This enormous armor is the third weapon in the Godsman's triad of tests. The other two are the axe Ascension and the Dagger Enlightenment. Its head is covered with mystic runes and engraved with the symbol of the Godsman. It thrums in your hands. You are the first to bear this weapon. Enlightenment. 2-7 piercing 2. Speed 1. So it's very fast. Uh, the second weapon of the Godsman's triad of test, Ascension and Reason, two of the other two weapons in the triad. This dagger is slim, perfectly balanced, light as a feather. The symbol of the Godsman is engraved, and the entire weapon seems to shiver as if in anticipation. You're the first to bear this weapon. Hmm. Okay. Some nice weapons. Lightning Storm. Giant lightning bolt strikes down all hostile creatures on screen for 7 to 70 points of damage. A successful saving throw reduces it to half damage. Jesus. It's such a powerful spell. We might come back to it later. Do we have spell slots in level 6? Should have some, right? No, we don't. We only have till 5. This is a powerful spell. Let's take off. All lightning. All of these are good spells, though. I kind of want to keep them. Okay, so now we can talk to Keldor about what they are working on. I'd like to see the secret project if I could. You have proven yourself trustworthy. Here, take this. He press a token emblazoned with the Godsman symbol into your hand. Do not lose it. If you do, I'm afraid I cannot replace it. So be careful with it. Is there anything else I can do for you? No, thanks. Farewell. Let's quickly also get rid of some of the items in our hands if we can. Obviously, he doesn't buy any of this. He only sells stuff. He's not a vendor, so he's not buying anything. He only sells stuff. We'll have to find a proper vendor at some point to buy stuff. So we also got a new item, Godsman token. The bearer of this token, a brass coin embossed with the seal of the believers of Source, has proven himself to the Godsman. It's a symbol of trust, and as such, it allows its bearer into the portion of the Foundry that are normally off limits, except to the higher ups of the faction. Guard it carefully. Okay, will do. Let's go.
I'm gone.
Let's go to the smaller room first. Either Sandos or Keldor should be able to aid you in this matter. Keldor's in the main. Sandos can actually find the rooms of the real hall. What's behind this guarded doors? I'm afraid that's a secret, even from our valued faction members. Unless you are involved in the project itself, unless you receive authorization from one of the higher ups, we can't allow you in. Very well. Can you tell me where to find? Where can I find? Wait, I have the goddamn thing in my hands. Won't you let me enter now? God damn it, people. What do I got to do to enter the hall? And now officially Godsman. This was my woe. Okay, we have the woe here. I'm running circles to enter the door. Greetings, comrade. What can I do for you today? Wow, every other option is gone. What the hell? Let's rest. Sorry, let's... This chamber with its fine wooden furnishing and large overstuffed bed is luxurious. Scented candles and a small fireplace add to the already rich atmosphere of the room. Any person who slept in the room would recover 30 hit points. Though your supernatural constitution means you'd recover all your hit points with the same amount of rust. Anyone resting will also memorize any spell saves. Okay, rent, rust. Alright, done. Can I talk to you now? Do you say anything new? No. Life suffering is but another test. Okay. Wow, Anna is the fastest.
Done.
Can you talk to me? No. So how do I get into the doors?
Done.
Maybe we can talk to the supervisor. Not till dawn, but Alyssa Tilt. Where can I find? I need to use this forge. Okay, first we have to ask the question to use the forge. Then we get all these other questions. Guarded room. She looks around for a moment to make sure no one is watching her, and then slips a golden medallion from around her neck and passes it furtively to you. Don't tell anyone where you got this, she hisses. What was that? I thought it would be a more formal interaction where she would like authorize us to enter and give us a key or something. She's just furtively giving us a medallion. Everyone knows that we are part of the faction now. And our entire party apparently. Okay, can you please just... God damn it. Okay, maybe our inventory was full. There are 2 Godsman token now. What the hell? Okay, maybe we have to equip it somewhere. What? Okay, an item. So let me get rid of all of these junk items, okay? All the stilettos and tongs. I don't think we need tongs and hammer and stuff now. Hard charm. Festal, room key. Tildon soul. This is a well-fashioned doll with the name Tildon burned expertly into the wood handle. Silver earring. Okay, we have the Godsman token. Now, what do? Do we just select it and like use it here? What am I supposed to do? Oh, damn it, people. Bearer of this token is a brass coin embossed into the seal of the Believers Source and sworn himself to the Godman. It's a symbol of trust, and as such, it allows bearers into the portion of the Foundry that are normally off limits except to the higher ups of the faction. Guard it carefully. Okay. So, he also mentioned that, like, do you remember that Keldor mentioned if we were to lose it, something would happen? I don't know. We are not supposed to sell it off. But now, if we talk to the guard, okay. How about you? May I help you, sir? Show the token to the guard. I've got a token. Okay. He examines the token closely. My mistake, sir. May I help you with anything else today? No, good day. Okay, that's opened. Now what about this? Okay. This room requires a different key, I guess. This is the only door that opens with that bigger... Okay, let's... I'm going to check the recording to see all the dialogue that popped up just now. Okay. Little more torque. Wonder what it does. They're trying to drill a hole into a walled up structure. What is this? It's almost break time. They're working. Weapons worker Kellara. Okay, so she's here. Interesting. Let's save. And look. Nozzle of the cannon fairly radiates magical energy. Okay. What about this thing here?
All right.
It's a sealed up door. Not a sealed up, like, what is this thing here? Then there's a wall on in front of it which is sealed up. Uh, 4 stones, rags, Godsman guard. Good day, sir. May I help you with something? No. It's the same questions as. It's the same question as a normal Godsman guard. Nothing new here. Stoke your weapon worker. You see a tiefling clad in Godsman clothing, carefully examining the thing in the center of the room. I can't really talk right now. We are at a critical phase. Critical phase of what? Yes, the project you're working on is a weapon that could have massive peacetime applications as well. We are not close to the end, but we are at a delicate phase, delicate enough that it could put us all in the dead book if some bug fails us now. What's it you're doing? We are adjusting the variables and devices lower magical resonances. One mistake could sink the whole project, and if the project goes under, it'll take us all out in the resulting magical wave. I see. Can you answer some other questions? Oh, okay. Lots of questions. What is this project? It's a weapon, I think. We're not sure if it's for a war or for hunting and powers. Hunting, war, or for hunting and powers above. If it's for hunting, I don't want to use. I don't want to see the creature it's designed to kill. But when we are done, it's going to be on par with the Chaos ship, the Doom's Guard, built a few years back with the Tenari. At least that's the theory. What does it do? I'm not entirely sure. You have to speak to one of the engineers for that information. I know that it has a massive focused beam of heat. We have perfected that part of it at least. We perfected that part of it at least. We even mounted it permanently into the device. There are other aspects to the thing that we are not even begun to work on yet. We're not allowed to see them until we are done with each portion. Okay, so maybe this is just for testing. This wall is just for testing the magical beam, and it's not trying to break into this thing. Why all the secrecy? If you knew an enemy was creating a weapon to use against you, wouldn't you do everything in your power to destroy it? We got no idea who it's even for. We're just trusting the word of the higher ups that it won't be used in a way we'll disagree with. None of us know who's asking to make it, so there's no chance we'll spill the dark of it to someone who wants to see it destroyed. Especially because we have sealed our lives on it. Sealed our lives on it? What do you mean? What do you mean by that? Yeah, exactly. What do you mean by that? Because of the nature of this project, with the secrecy and all that, not to mention the magics that allow us to even work on the machine, we've had to seal a part of our lives into the machine. We get our lives back when the project is done, but if it malfunctions or powers forbid gets sabotaged, it takes our life when it blows. Wow, that's a big commitment. That sounds bad. I have other questions for you though. How long till it's done? You can tell me who this project is being built for. You can tell me about your boss. Tell me about the engineers. Can you tell me where to find the clerk's office? Okay. Imagine wandering into here checking for clerk's office, accidentally doing the entire quest line and not finding the clerk's office, and coming in here and asking about the clerk's office. Actually, having said that, I'm not sure what the clerk's office is. It's probably that place across the room where that old guy who vaguely recognizes us resides. I think that's the place. But this is a persistent question everywhere. How long till it's done? It probably won't be done for another decade, but the trickiest part of it will be done this year. There's some magical rituals that have to be done, and those take time. We'll all breathe easier knowing we are not sealed to a project that's going to detonate because it's unstable. We'll all breathe easier knowing we are not sealed to a project that's going to detonate because it's unstable. Yeah. I don't know if it was really needed or if it was just like a security measure just to get everyone's commitment fully so that they'll work with, full vigor. Because they know that if it doesn't work, they're probably going to die. That's a really clever way to get someone to commit to a project, I guess. Why all the secrecy? Other questions for you? Other questions for you? You can tell me who this project is being built for. No, I can't tell you that. For one thing, I don't know. For another, I've signed a secrecy contract that binds my life to the integrity of the project. If the project fails, I could die, and so could all my friends here. I ain't taking that risk. Okay, we have to ask someone else. What can you tell me about your boss? You can usually find her in here somewhere. She's a Gitsarai who got exiled from her people. She's working here because she doesn't get seen much, so her shame is lessened. She's brilliant and hard-minded. I wonder she'd talk to my friend Dakon here. Dakon, chip in. I would be honored to meet another outcast, another exile. Perhaps the sharing of a shame will lessen its sting for both of us. Definitely will. Probably will. Uh, Good for you. I wasn't asking. Wow. Good for you. I wasn't asking. I had more questions for this other sword here. We'll speak to her soon enough, my friend. In the meantime, I had other questions for our friend here. Wow, such a nice way to talk. Okay, tell me about the boss. Tell me about the engineers on this project. Our chief engineer, Nikhil Sander, is a genius. He has created works I've never dreamed possible. Where is he has even created a folding portal and is working on a dream builder in his spare time. It was said that long ago, his family was contracted to create this machine for a man who could not dream himself. Our other engineer, Bedilin, is newer but equally bright. She's a little erratic, but her work shows great promise and skill. You can actually find them in the main meeting hall. Amazing. So both Nikhil's main one of the main responsibilities of Nikhil is actually working on this project. The Dream Builder is his side gig. Imagine that. Great. In the meantime, I had more questions for you. Okay. Can you tell me where to find the clerk's office? You can find the clerk's office right of the main foundry. Thank you. Thank you for the detailed answers and for well, again I'm missing the word. It's a polite way to say hosting us for this long, or like what's the word? Can't find it right now. You see a Gitsarai woman, barred with scarred cheeks and a cat's grace in her walk. Cat's grace. What's a cat's grace? Is it some sort of a limb? Let me check that. Cat's grace. It's not in the dictionary, so it's probably a phrase. Cat's grace. Oh no, wait. It just means cat's grace. It's not a phrase. It's like a cat's grace, right? A cat walks very gracefully, right? Very slowly and stealthily. So it's just that. She walks in that manner. As she turns towards you, she spies Dakon. Her eyes widen. She addresses him. You bring joy to my heart. My name is Clara. May I aid you? Nice. My companion would like to speak with you concerning the workings of this device. May I speak for the two of us? May he speak for the two of us? Wow, Dakon. Nice. She looks at you and looks back at him quizzingly. Of course, esteemed one, if you speak for him and accept responsibility for keeping what passes here secret. She turns her attention reluctantly towards you. Your questions for me? Yes. She glances far from Grace, and her mouth curves in a graceful mow. I apologize, honored one, but I cannot speak of this. I am both contractually and magically bound not to speak of this in the hearing of certain manifestations, shall we say, of belief. She turns to the succubus. My apologies, lady. Certain manifestations of belief. Wow. I understand. Clarabos. What does that mean? She can't speak about it in the presence of fiends. I would speculate that since she's been bound contractually, that means it's a project of law. She can't speak about it in the presence of fiends. I would speculate that since she's been bound contractually, that means it's a project of law. And since she's been bound to it magically, it's likely Batiso in origin. That's quite a chain of speculation. Is she correct, Clara? Interesting. I'll keep that in mind. In the meantime, Clara, answer some more questions for me. It's quite a chain. She can't speak about it in the presence of fiends. I would speculate that since she's been bound contractually, that means it's a project of law. And since she's been bound to it magically, it's likely Batisu in origin. Okay. It could also be from the neutral lawful planes or like good lawful planes, right? Batisu is the evil lawful people, right? That's quite a chain of speculation. Is she correct, Clara? Again, supervisor turns uncomfortably towards Wolfram gaze and grits her teeth. I may not speak of it. Okay. So, is she saying that there are certain questions she won't answer in the presence of Wolfram Grace? Maybe we'll have to leave her here somewhere. Or we have that party menu, right? We never had to use the party menu because we have only 5 members now. But once one more or few more members join our party in our journey, then we can switch out different members, right? So I've never used that party selection menu. But maybe we can just keep Grace hidden from her just using that party selection menu. Regardless, let's ask the other questions first. Tell me what this device does. Our device spouts forth a certain type of magical fire that harms even those resistant to ordinary fire. We are working on applications that might even get around a creature's magical resistance. What other applications might it have? Aside from its weapon values, it could be used as an excellent mining device. If tuned properly, it could harvest whole swaths of forests or fields of grain. It could harden a shell of limbo material for a time. We even tried lesser applications of the technology there, or even be used as propulsion across the spheres of Carcery. Propulsion across spheres of Carcery. Its uses are limited by one's imagination. It's not purely a weapon of destruction. Interesting. Who has contracted for this device? She glanced at Far from Gaze and her mouth curves in a graceful moan. Okay, she can't speak. Some other questions. What can you tell me of the engineers? She scowls, adding several creases to her scarred face. Speak to one of my smiths if you would know of the engineers. No kind words for the engineers will you hear from me. Oh, okay. We got some kind and admiring words from your worksmen, but you don't share that opinion. Why not? Why? Because they don't seem to share a love for this project as do their comrades. Because they are dreamers and do none of the action themselves. Because ultimately, I don't trust their intentions mean well for us, but instead benefit them and them alone. Okay. They are not, they're kind of not even overseeing. They're just suggesting ideas and then leaving the rest of the people to do. There is no passion in their work. That's what she's getting at. I see. Then tell me the answer to something else. Okay. Aside background. Who is she and why does she treat you with such respect? She's of the people. Her makings tell of one who has walked the path from limbo and has been made to not know our ancestral home. Her markings tell all Gitsarai to render her assistance and tell Gitsarai that she is still of the people. Her reverence for me is a reverence shown to all Serth. Her markings tell all Gitsarai to render her assistance and has been made to not know our ancestral home. Okay. Let's look at our journal. Okay, there is no journal entry. The journal is a very good way to collect our thoughts, since it consolidates the most relevant aspects. But seems okay. So maybe let's make
Very well.
Miss Grace wait in a corner here, like maybe here, furthest away, and let's ask Nameless One to talk. Who has contracted device? She glances around, sighs, and replies. Though I do not take part in the negotiations, I believe that it was the Batisu who has procured our services. The token you wear will grant you some measure of diplomatic immunity to the Batisu you may meet. Oh, okay. I'm sure that will be useful. And answer some other questions for me if you would. Okay. So it's just a weapon for Batisu. Is that all that is? That's kind of I was expecting more. And also we have to. We know that obviously this is not the place then, but maybe it's a smaller hall on the left side. We know that we have to go to a place of forge and steel to find the door that leads to travel, which is still a quest in progress. There's a lot to do to kind of unravel that quest. No pun intended. But yeah, I guess that was a short and sort of disappointing answer. It's just a war device, but it has many other applications. I've gone through this whole trouble of getting into this foundry for some juicy secrets, but it seems like it's just a war device. All right, let's go. Sorry, Grace. I'll tell you later what happened, what we talked, what she revealed to us. This door is locked. You will need a key. So you remember when you click on this door, it says this door is locked. It doesn't say it needs a key. But when we come here, it says this door is locked. You will need a key. So maybe this is the very specific key that Ravel, key from Ravel, part of Ravel that we have to, that after collecting we have to then unlock. Okay, so what's left here? I think we should stop the episode now, but we'll go visit Nikhil Sander and just park ourselves right in front of him so that next day we can continue our quest from there. Yeah, so we also have another side like activity that we should do once we get out of the foundry, after hopefully solving the quest with the bird cage. We'll have another part of that quest after that. Usually there are 3 parts to a quest, right? So maybe there's a part after the bird's cage where he demands us do something else before the dream builder is finally constructed. After that, maybe we'll leave foundry and head to the bank or the vault in lower ward just to check. This is lower ward though, right? Yeah, this is lower ward. So we'll just head out and go to the vault and see if we have anything waiting for us there. If any option for any dialogue options pop up, because I cannot find it in the journal. So, and also not in the book apparently. In the journal, apparently it's not there anymore. So we'll check that too. But for now, I think we'll stop.